back in 1978, I had the opportunity to graduate on time. A lot of help from a lot of different folks, coaches and, teachers and what have you. So my experience is that I enjoyed it from day one until I left. And now with all the things that are going on, I look back and say, wow, I wish I was young again.
I'm from Burke, Virginia, so it's about 15 minutes outside of Washington, D.C. I came to OSU actually because I have a lot of family that lives like an hour from here, so I'd visited a lot growing up and I always kind of wanted to come back here for college. I studied elementary education. I actually just graduated this past December with my bachelor's in elementary education.
After college, I plan to move back to Texas and I want to live in the Dallas area, and I want to be an elementary teacher for probably like 3rd, 2nd grade. And
I'm a retired educator from here at Oklahoma State University. Spent most of my career with the 4-H Youth Development Program as a specialist and eventually as an administrator and then as the development director for the 4-H Foundation. But lived in Stillwater most of the last 40 years and really enjoy what I'm doing and glad to be a supporter for the OSU Foundation.
I came over from Tulsa and started in a degree of nursing and went into special education, where about 2 years in, and stayed in special education and got my master's and began teaching, and then eventually got my doctorate in education. And I loved being a student. I loved to learn, so I probably could have stayed in school forever. But at that time, everything was, of course, very different. You had these huge, large classes, lots of discussion, lots of experiences outside of the classroom. So I knew when I went into special ed here that I was going to be able to be a teacher, and that's what I wanted to do.
through my Educating Forward scholarship, I have been given the confidence and reassurance that teaching is my calling, and Randall and Carol White do see that potential in me, and so it's really just made me know that this is what I want to do.
Since so many people gave to me, it's quite natural to want to give back to them. Not so much, as I mentioned before, it's without a teacher or a coach, we wouldn't be talking today, because they were in my life every day. You leave home, you go to school, you go to practice. And for those folks, they're all educators. And so it just seems natural to me to be able to want to be able to help them achieve their goals, because they helped me achieve mine.
The deal that my parents always had was they had a set amount saved for my college, and I could go wherever I wanted, but that was the amount, and anything else was up to me. And I never wanted to take out student loans. I actually did a whole project junior year of high school for a program, and it was a whole research campaign about how to not take out student loans and how to do college without that. So that was a huge thing for me in deciding a college, is I didn't want loans. And being an out-of-state student, that's really hard to achieve. So without that scholarship, there's no way that I would have been here, because I would have had loans without it, and I really did not want loans.
I had 3 sons that all graduated from OSU, and so I know the value of financial aid, and being able to provide some financial help, we felt like it was an important thing to do, and especially in honor of my wife, Kathy. So that's how the scholarship is structured.
Just the opportunity to be able to assist students that wouldn't be able to finish is probably my greatest drive about having, and the pride to have a scholarship that will allow them to achieve their dreams. So many students just need a little bit of help to get past that last semester, or to pay for 1 semester, or pay for a year. And it can be life-changing, because if they don't finish that degree, they're not going to be able to become a certified teacher, and they've worked so hard. And we need teachers right now from all walks of life.